Hey, it's Terry from the Builderall team, and I'm back again with the next training video in the Creating an Instagram Account series. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of following other Instagrammers. Since we're talking about following other profiles from our business account today, I wanted to demonstrate how you would go about searching for those profiles to follow and how to add them to your followers. It's really very easy. For example, I'm here on my brand new business account, and if I put in the search bar a term that is relevant to my business, for example, I put in the search term Sound Health because I want to follow the work of Sherry Edwards at Sound Health Options. It pulls up her profile and I can come to that site and follow it. It's that easy. To return, I just clicked on the profile icon and came back, and I've added Sound Health Options as a user that I am following now. So you can put in a specific account like that for Sound Health Options, or perhaps I would want to search a key term. For meditation, I might want to scroll down here, take a look at any of these profiles. I can scroll down and see what kind of posts this user is making. I can see how many followers they have and how many people Kelly is following. So that's how you go about searching for those other niche profiles that you want to begin to interact with. In this training series, we're talking about growing our business Instagram account in a very organic way. We're not going to talk about paid advertising or any special sales funnels or tricks that you can implement to increase your exposure as a business. We're only going to talk about how to begin in the beginning, how to take your business account and begin to grow it organically. It's very good to remember that people come to Instagram for three main reasons. They come to make connections, they come to share content, and they come to consume valuable or entertaining content. Those are the three main focuses that bring people to the Instagram platform. It's always wise to keep those three focuses in mind. Instagram is owned by Facebook, but it's wise to remember that the Instagram algorithm, the software that the platform is built upon, is not the same as Facebook's algorithms. So you're going to do things differently on Instagram than you will on Facebook. There are limitations to the way you work in Instagram because of those algorithms. So we're going to talk a little bit about that now. Before we start talking about the Instagram limitations, I want to make sure you understand these rules that I'm offering up right now are speculative and based on the current research I've done about Instagram as I've thought through how to launch my business account on Instagram. How Instagram calculates rules is proprietary information and can change at any time, and I do not work, nor do I know anybody that works for Instagram. So keep that in mind. This is just my best estimate of how to proceed with building your Instagram account organically. In this training video, we're focusing on following other Instagrammers. So we're going to talk a lot about following and unfollowing. In the Instagram algorithm, following and unfollowing count as the same action. That means that it really doesn't matter to Instagram when you follow or unfollow they're going to click off a little hashtag mark and count that as the same value in their algorithm. So when you follow somebody, you're going to get a count. And when you unfollow someone, you're going to get a count. There's no distinction between the two. It appears that Instagram also has a maximum daily limit for even well-established, robust profiles. And that looks like it's probably somewhere around 1,000 per day. That means that even with a well-developed business Instagram account, your maximum daily limit for following and unfollowing combined is 1,000 per day. Even once your account is developed, that means that on a daily basis, you can follow 500 and unfollow 500. Or you could follow 800 and unfollow 200 at the maximum. All of this depends on your personal profile, your history, how you're interacting on Instagram. All of that goes into the algorithm, and you want to make sure that you understand this, because if you push it past those limits, you risk having your account temporarily banned or in pending mode. So be aware of that as you're following and unfollowing on your Instagram business account. The next limitation we want to consider as we're building our Instagram profile is Instagram actually has a speed limit. Yes, don't go over the speed limit. Built into Instagram's algorithm is a way that they monitor how quickly you are completing your actions. Remember, we talked about following and unfollowing count as the same action? It looks like Instagram's average speed limit is approximately 60 actions per hour. So be mindful that whatever you're doing on Instagram, you don't want to exceed that 60 action per hour speed limit. It's a good idea to begin slow and just gradually increase your activity each week. Everybody's needs are different and everybody's situation is different. If you're building this business profile for a brick and mortar that offers hard goods, you're going to build it differently than building a profile for a nonprofit organization. So you'll have to spend some time and think about how you're building your persona and begin slow, gradually increase your activity each week. A good example would be to start with perhaps 100 actions per day. That means you're going to commit to following or unfollowing 100 times per day, every day that first week. When you're just beginning to build your account, you're just getting to know the community anyway. So a good way to begin is to get immersed into the community and begin following people in this first week, liking some of their posts, commenting on some of their posts, keeping in mind that you're going to limit your actions to 100 per day this first week. Now in week 2, we're going to increase our actions by 25 actions a day. That means that instead of 100 follows, unfollows, likes, comments, when we total those actions, we're going to commit to doing 125 actions per day for that week. Now we're going to increase that by 25 actions per day in week 3 and continue to increase that very slowly, gradually over time until that 1,000 maximum actions per day is reached. This gives you a chance to build slowly, find your niche target markets and profiles. It gives you a chance to gradually increase your audience just by participating in the community organically, and proves to Instagram that you're a valuable asset to their Instagram business community. As you're building your Instagram business profile, you're going to be commenting on other profiles. We need to remember that Instagram's motive is to keep everybody engaged in the community on Instagram. So commenting is a valuable action, and it will be necessary if you want to build a real and lasting following on Instagram. The best thing to remember is you're going to need to find your sweet spot. You're going to need to find the perfect amount of time and energy you want to commit to making comments, but make them real comments. Nothing simple like awesome, or wish I were there, or nice pic, or wow. Those are really spammy kind of comments, and Instagram frowns on that. They're going to watch your profile and wonder if you're a real participant in the Instagram business community. It doesn't have to be extremely long, especially as you're building these relationships, but make it at least 4 or 5 words. About the maximum comments you want to post on Instagram per day for any profile is 250 comments per day. No more than that. But again, you're going to have to find your sweet spot, find what works for you. When you're starting out, aim for maybe just 25 or 50 a day. Monitor your response, build it slowly, like we did on the actions for following and unfollowing. Just keep in mind that when you're commenting on those that you follow, make sure it's genuine, authentic, and at least 4 or 5 words long. This is all about building community here and having a genuine, authentic voice on the platform that makes people want to interact with you or your business. Instagram is all about making connections, sharing content, and keeping people on the platform consuming valuable, entertaining content. It always comes back to that like, know, and trust factor. So our content, our comments, and our posts on Instagram must reflect our niche, our business, and create that like, know, and trust factor for our business on Instagram. So let's talk a little bit more about some of these best practices. First best practice when building your profile: post relevant and shareable content of value on a regular basis. And you need to post something a minimum of at least once a week. Just remember, you're building a business persona here on Instagram, and there are millions of businesses on Instagram for a reason. So you need to make a commitment to post at least a minimum of one relevant, shareable piece of content that's going to be of value to your following at least once a week. The great news: Builderall has many options and tools to make that very easy. The next practice we want to initiate as we begin to build this new business Instagram account: we want to target profiles in the same niche to follow. That means we're going to spend some time each day and search the same niche and find new people to interact with, get familiar with what's in the community, target following people in the same niche that our business is in. So spend some time at the beginning, and if your business account is all about yoga and you're a yoga instructor, you're going to want to target perhaps the health and wellness or fitness categories and seek out those profiles and start following some that are compatible with your business at an authentic level. Remember, we're looking to create our identity within a specific area. So that's where we need to go. The next best practice for our new Instagram business account, we want to target niche accounts using the targeted hashtags we've chosen for our business. And we're going to spend a lot more time talking about hashtags in the next video. So we'll cover that then. The next tip is really powerful. When you follow someone, be sure you like 2 or 3 posts on their profile. Spend a few moments looking through their profile, find a couple of posts that they've already made that you genuinely like, and like them. This begins to demonstrate that you're active in the community, active in that particular niche, and you're really interested in what they're sharing. Don't miss the opportunity to like a couple of posts and put that factor to work. And finally, it's always a best practice to make thoughtful, authentic comments on your posts when you follow someone. You want to make sure they're more than 4 words. Make sure that you're really giving an honest comment and it's relevant. Even as popular and as effective as bots are on your social media accounts and platforms, you really don't want your readers and your audience thinking that you're just an automated bot and not a genuine person with a real business. So make sure you're making those honest, thoughtful comments when you're following someone. Keep your account in good standing as an active part of the Instagram business community. We've talked a lot about how to follow other users on Instagram, why you would want to follow other users, and we've developed at least a basic plan for initiating those actions on our brand new Instagram business account. We've learned that we need to fill in that initial content grid with relevant posts in our niche market. We also want to optimize our Instagram business profile to the best of our ability, get all of those fields filled out, and formulate a plan to build to following 100 people per day. We've learned that it's advantageous for us to like 2 or 3 posts on those accounts that we do follow. And we want to post an authentic comment on those posts. We're going to target niche profiles and hashtags in our own target audience and make at least 1 relevant and valuable post per week. Gradually, we're going to increase these actions each week, all the time being aware that the most important thing about building our Instagram business profile is to build that know, like, and trust factor organically. And we do that through those actions we take while we're in our Instagram for Business profile. I hope you learned a lot, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video all about hashtags.